So this is the hot topic on Rajawali. It's been hitting Malaysia, Singapore. Last week it also was in Indonesia.
Yes.
I think your biggest concern will be the concern of valuation. All the newspapers are talking about it, right? And they all are saying that are we paying a fair value? What do you think, Ranjita? What is your opinion?
My honest opinion. Yeah, it seems a bit slightly overpriced, I think.
But when you're saying slightly overpriced, and I'm asking this question to many of the analysts, is that what was the benchmark they were using? So when you say something that's expensive, what was the benchmark? Against what was expensive? That was my first question. And I think today I haven't got the answer. It's easy to say it's expensive. There must be a certain reason why you say it's expensive. If you're overpaying something, against what?
Are we talking about a premium, I guess, against the market price, right?
But if it is a premium against market share price, this is irrelevant, isn't it? You don't buy a particular plantation today based on share price. Would you buy my plantation based on the current share price? You can't. You got to buy a comparative value actually. And when we did the evaluation, we did such that what was the comparative value? What was the market paying for it? And basically, what was our DCF model talking about actually, right? So we have done internal evaluation based on various market transactions, based on discounted cash flow, and say that we are paying at this value. And remember one thing, plantation that I bought in Malaysia, APL, at 20,000 USD per hectare, gives me lesser yield than me buying this plantation in Indonesia, 7,004, it gives me a higher yield. So how do you compare this transaction? What is the basis actually? This is a question I'm trying to get answers to.
Sorry, which plantation were you comparing against? The one in
Against one we bought in Sarawak, APL.
Oh, APL. Okay.
So you look at that alone. This plantation gives you better yield, cheaper. One gives you lesser yield, more expensive, and you think it's not comparable. What is the basis? And before we even look into this particular plantation valuation, we look at what others are paying in the market. We know what we bought in the market. We know what the yields are. We see what people are paying in Indonesia. We know what their yields are. Every single plantation you buy at a cheaper rate in Indonesia requires rehabilitation. There's a cost incurred inside it, right? And you buy something on your own, there's a social cost that nobody wants to consider in Indonesia. Today I'm buying a plantation that's already there, no issues with the social cost at all. It's so perfect over there. I'm getting a great partner to come with me. Now you know for a fact, to mitigate risk in any developing countries, partnership is very important. To get a strong partner to mitigate policy risk is very, very vital. And we got a strong partner going in. So all these things put together, FGV feels we're paying a fair value. But analysts are saying, we're not paying a fair value. But what is the basis?
I see a lot of analysts talking about the deal being earnings dilutive. To what extent it's
we are buying a plantation that's is going to mature, meaning that it require before it becomes 8-9 years old, it requires 2-3 years. Of course, the first 1 or 2 years, right, you will find that the yield are low. But once it goes after the yield doubles again actually. So we look at the plantation in the short-term play, of course you will put all this plantation inside. But plantation is a long-term play.
So for you, this deal will be a short-term pain, long-term gain kind of thing?
Yeah. If you buy a plantation today, which is 9 years old, it's matured by the way, right? You get your yield faster, but then after 7 years, yield goes down again. So either you take your yield now and suffer later, or suffer now, take yield later. It's the same game actually.
Are the numbers about earnings being diluted between 7 to 15% realistic for the year for the fiscal year 15 to 17? And I see those numbers being touted around.
Right now, in younger plantation, the yield will be about 11 or maybe about say 12 to 15 metric ton FFB, right? It will go up double, maybe even more than that in the next 3 years or so. Right? So we had 25, 26 after that, when the plantation matures.
But I mean, are the numbers that people are giving about the earnings dilution realistic in your opinion?
I don't think so actually, because we got our own internal projections, and we feel yes, there will be reduction in, there will be earnings dilutive in 2015 and 2016. 2017 it will pick up again. Actually.
Is it very substantial?
Sorry? No.
The earnings dilution?
No. And then the whole plantation is already funding by itself. Whatever they are going to be investing for the future development is already by itself already. Even without us, they're already going to carry on anyway.
You talk in the papers, I think, quite a bit about, and also about funding this deal through debt. What are the options available for you? I mean, I guess, I presume when you've done the deal, you probably take a budget, and after that, probably would want to issue bonds or something like that too.
There are various options that we have, and what FGV does is that we find the most optimized option for FGV is the lowest possible cost. Right? If the debt is the lowest possible cost for us to go, we will take the debt. And if it says to us that we need to issue bond later on, we will do it actually. But what is the most cost effective was what we are taking the process now.
I mean, the reason I ask is that I've been hearing in the market that you were looking at, I mean, you sent an RFP earlier on about doing a multi-currency program, or support program. And
we were looking that time with the entire funding of exercise going forward, without even Rajawali coming in. Actually,
but this deal, a lot of people feel that, I mean, the fact that you got to do it, I mean, this is a dollar deal kind of thing. If you do a multi-currency program and you issue, say, a dollar sukuk or whatever, to match against this particular liability, it makes sense, right?
Of course, in that context, it makes sense. But we are looking into it in a more bigger picture. Actually. So we are looking at all the various options we have, including the one that issuing bond, the one to issue bond.
How big is the program that you were talking about? Because I've been hearing numbers like between 5 billion to 10 billion.
You mean before this program?
Yeah.
We were looking actually at 2 or 3 billion before this.
Dollars? And even with this deal coming on, would you look at still hold on to this?
No, with this deal coming, in fact, the deal coming in the right time for us, because this coming in now, we only got one asset to worry about. Actually. I don't have to go to any other country, so single currency asset, right? Number one. Number two, when this deal is coming into the picture, we don't have to go and acquire many other plantations. So single way of doing it, so we got a better way of managing our funds accordingly. You see.
So would you revive this 2 to 3 billion?
I may not have to revive that again. I could not concentrate only on this particular deal.
So you may revive it?
I may not have to revive it.
Oh, you may not revive it.
But we'll look at this particular deal and see what we're going to do with it. Even this particular deal may require us to issue bonds. It will be a single currency bond.
Yeah.
Going to be a multi-currency bond.
But it's likely to be what, dollar or ringgit?
Sorry?
Is it likely to be dollar or ringgit?
Dollar.
If you do issue, it will be that. But I mean, what other alternatives? I mean, would you consider doing, say, a cash call to finance this deal, or will it be, taking a loan or a bond issue?
It will be a debt structure. It will be a debt structure by itself.
So we can just say it's either bonds or a loan outright. Either one of them.
Could be either a bond or a loan, or just a debt, or basically a combination of.
Do you think the timing is right to do a sukuk now?
When would be the right timing?
Well, before Fed raises interest rate.
When the CPO price goes up,
no,
be a wrong timing.
Yeah, but before Fed raises interest rate, everyone's talking about having it before that.
Exactly, right? So we got to find the timing properly. The question is that we are also very concerned on the timing itself, right?
But obviously, you can't do it until you get these finalized anyway.
Yeah.
But if all goes well, when do you expect the deal to be done? By October?
We have a proper governance plan to follow. So we have got approval to be given to us by the government, approval by various authorities like SC and Bursa. More importantly, we still got to get our shareholders' approval. So this process takes a bit of a time, and it will be basically maybe in mid-September or October. But one thing also I want to mention on this deal is many people tend to forget. When we went to this deal, we're just not going to go down there to buy a palm oil plantation. You know what I mean? We're looking at the synergistic value of the whole deal, actually. Right? Remember one thing, that what we have is what Rajawali do not have. Actually. We are very, very strong in our R&D, especially our seedlings. We've got the best seedlings in the world. Right? So today we have an opportunity with our partners to sell our seedlings to them. Number one. Number two, we're very strong in fertilizers, in fact. Opportunity for us to sell fertilizers to Indonesia, actually. Opening up doors over there. Now, these are immediate profit direct profit to FGV, not even to Rajawali. You see. Number 3, we have never been successful in going in our FMGC product in Indonesia. We don't have a strong partner over there. Now the opportunity to export our oil and cooking oil into Indonesia, you see, and our oil and fats over there into the bakery market, which is very, very big in Indonesia. So those are the synergistic value. They directly got direct positive impact to FGV alone. Actually. And that is why I say this deal has got much more important value than just the plantation by itself.
I've been given criticism also about the sugar plantation deal that you did. That they were saying that because it's a cash crop, you really overpaid for the deal.
At this moment of time, we are only paying for a greenfield plantation, right? It's paying with all the permission there is $1,500 USD per hectare only. Actually. Now, how expensive, how cheap can you go? And this is a sugar plantation. Yes, it's a cash crop. We have run sugar plantation before in Malaysia. We have a sugar refinery. We have a sugar mill and refinery also in Perlis, is it? Right? We all know getting into sugar business in Indonesia is not easy. You got to have the right partner. You got to have a plantation down there. Only then you're allowed to basically do local sugar distribution. And sugar distribution in Indonesia has got more higher value than what you have in Malaysia. Opportunity is there. We want to take it.